This is Voice to Culture, a podcast for the modern day confused citizen. Hey, I'm your podcast host, Helen.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Carolyn.
Welcome back to another bonus episode. Today, we are interviewing a very special guest. She is a teen artist and activist. Last year, she was featured in the print of Billboard Magazine and was able to hit the top 40 Mediabase chart with their song Independent. And just last month, she made the cover of Hollywood Weekly. Please welcome Hitha.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, so how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. We just finished up finals. And
Me too. Oh my god.
It's been a lot, definitely. So I know that was a pretty long introduction, but if there's anything we missed, we'd love to hear you kind of introduce yourself. And we wanted to ask, what is your story and how did you first get into music?
Well, actually, I started singing when I was 4 years old, and I started with Indian classical music. I live in a very diverse city, so you hear all kinds of cultural music, so I didn't feel like an outsider or anything. So I kind of started with that, and then I started to explore, listening to the radio a little bit, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. So I divulged myself into pop, and now I'm exploring again.
Were there any memorable experiences or anything?
I mean, it's all memorable, first time here's a good one. When I first actually started singing pop, for real, there was one song, Rise Up, and that song was so hard and I could not do it at all. And then a couple months ago, I covered it and I hit it all perfectly and I did it well. And it was so cool because it showed just how much I grew.
Yeah, that song is extremely hard and also an amazing song. So yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just think it's really inspiring and motivating to see you accomplish so much. As you can see, in our introduction, you did a lot, girl. You're only 15 and you're already creating a name for yourself while spreading positive messages. And we just want to know when exactly did you realize that you wanted to combine your musical career with activism? And when did you make that connection and how did that idea sort of came into being?
So music was always a kind of way for me to release any emotions that I had. I mean, singing Indian classical, I didn't exactly know all the words that I was saying. It was more about the emotion that came across in the music. So when I started singing pop, I got this advantage to, in addition to the emotions of my voice, I get to write a message, and I realized that music comes from everywhere. It's everyone in the entire world can understand it. Again, even if you can't understand the words, you can understand the feelings. So I kind of wanted to use it to spread what I was thinking. And a lot of times when I wrote songs earlier on, it was a way for me to encourage myself too. But I truly started getting into my activism part of it 2 years ago. I mean, I've grown a lot just in the past year because staying at home, you realize everything that we had, and just being able to spread that through my songs. Yeah, it's hard to figure out what exactly I want to say because I want to say so much, but I started that when I first started singing pop. I don't know, it just came hand in hand for me, but again, I truly started to dig deep just 2 years ago.
That's amazing that you realize that your music isn't just for the people around you, but also for yourself and being able to grow from that. And yeah, definitely, I can agree that quarantine and this whole COVID pandemic has just been a lot of self-discovery and trying to find what really mattered to you and who the person you are today. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, other than school, I can't really do much. I mean, right now it's finals, so like I have to study for that. But before, I kind of just sat at home, pent up all my feelings, and I actually started writing down all my emotions, and I kind of used that to create my songs.
Also, regarding like your musical career, we've heard that you're preparing to release a new single this January called We Are Who We Are, and heard that it discusses self-love and acceptance, which is super exciting because I think we like know a lot of people need to like know about this, you know? And so with this project, has it taught you anything about these topics?
Yeah, are you kidding? I actually wrote We Are Who We Are when I was feeling really insecure, and I went to my mom and started crying, and I was like, why am I the way I am? And she was like, we are who we are. What are you going to do about it? I mean, you can't change who you are. I mean, you can build yourself, but essentially who you are is what you have like to live with. So I was like, oh my gosh, you're a genius, and I have to write about it. So that song came from like a place where, again, I was trying to encourage myself as much as everyone who is gonna listen to it. And I'm so excited for it because it's my most favorite song out of my entire album. So excited.
Did the song like change how you viewed like mental health, and did it help you like find other ways to cope during like these times, especially the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, we always compare ourselves, to like everything we don't have and everything that, is just out of reach, but we don't exactly have what it takes to get there. And We Are Who We Are made me realize that I am who I need to be at this particular moment to accomplish what I need to do. Um, so yeah, it definitely made me aware of like everything that I do have. It made me grateful for everything that I do have. And mental health, yes. I mean, accepting yourself is like a big part of accepting everybody, because you have to be okay with who you are and be able to see that everybody is who they are as well, and they are that way for a special reason.
So, as a young teen singer and activist, like, what would you say is the most challenging and the most rewarding parts?
Okay, I mean, there are a lot of challenges. Um, Kind of my biggest challenge is like, okay, as a teenager, you probably know what I'm talking about. There are so many emotions and like feelings, and it's like crazy trying to figure out what is going on in my brain. Like I sometimes don't even know. Most of the time I don't even know. So that's why I kind of write everything down. Just trying to figure out what I'm thinking. That's the hardest part. And honestly, another hard part is like trying to figure out how to put it into words, because that's also why I love singing, because when you put it into words it can only do so much, but when you hear the emotion of the song, it kind of makes the message really real. But the best part is like being able to change somebody's life or like even their day. When I first started singing with my first song, Standing Up with Pride, I was like kind of feeling insecure about it. It was like not as, it didn't have the same caliber as like all the other songs I heard on the radio. And again, I was comparing myself. And then I was scrolling through the YouTube comments, and there was a girl who commented, and mind you, my writing was not that good. I mean, I've definitely improved. But she commented and she said that she was disabled and she had ADHD. So finding her place was like trying to find what she wanted to do and what she wanted to pursue was really hard for her. And again, she got a lot of like, she was restricted from a lot of things because of her disabilities. And she said that my song changed her life. And I started crying right there. And I was like, oh my God, if I can change even one person's life with my song, that's all I need to do. That's all I really want to do, like inspire people. And if that song, Standing Up with Pride, could do it, and if I could improve my writing, my production, I could change so many people's lives. And that's kind of why I do the things that I do.
Okay, first off, that's amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, last night when I was studying for my finals, I was like, I don't know what kind of music I should listen to. So I searched up your songs and I listened to independent, and I was just like studying away like on government and just like thinking like, yes, I can do this, and I did it. And I really see where you're coming from when you say that like your music is just so much more, that much more powerful when you see the effects on how it improves the lives of other people and the people around you, and just like even if it's just one person, that's all the more better. So yeah.
Honestly, hearing that gives me so much motivation because, like, again, finals are so hard right now. I mean, like, in addition to not being able to go near anybody, at least school like gave us like social, like, people to talk to, you know. But now you can't talk to anybody. I mean, other than like Zoom. But just hearing you say that makes me so happy because that's kind of what I want to do, you know, like help people be motivated to do what they want to do, accomplish their goals and all of that.
Yeah, so uh you so you're a teen singer and an activist. So your a lot of your songs are focused around like empowerment and like inspiring young people and women. And we kind of wanted to ask you, like, what do you think about the celebrities who are also activists? Like, how vocal and outspoken should they be about politics and current events? Because some people feel like these celebrities should just stick to entertainment, that they're being quote unquote performative. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's all about using your platform to what you want to use it for, kind of. Um, as a celebrity, if you want to like keep like more to yourself about your opinions, that's fine. As long as it's not because somebody else is telling you to do it. Or like if you want to be extremely vocal, that's fine too, because you have that platform to influence people. Um, it's all about sharing your message because society can say everything that they want. It doesn't change who you are and what you believe in. So again, using that platform for what you want to use it for is like the best way to go about it.
Yeah, and I also want to piggyback off of Kelly's question and ask, why do you think musicians are being held at a higher standard to be politically correct as compared to their other as compared to other occupations?
It's because like pop culture and like social media and all of that, again, they like have the platform to create change. So in society, if people agree with them, they're gonna be like, go you, keep doing what you're doing, right? But if they disagree, they're gonna say like, why are you saying the things you are? You have no right saying those things because you can influence all these people, which is kind of the point, but whatever. So like they are like Instagram stars right now. They have the biggest following and they have the ability to create change, which is why people want them to kind of advocate for what society wants them to advocate for. Again, it's all about what the actual celebrity thinks because, again, everybody's telling them to choose different things and talk about different things and support different things, but it's about what they want to talk about and it's all about who they support and what they support.
And on a lighter note about celebrities, we heard you like Taylor Swift. So we're curious, do you have a favorite song from her newest album, Evermore, or from her other albums?
So, my music style is not the same as it used to be. I definitely respect Taylor Swift. I think like everything that she's accomplished is amazing. But again, I'm like, my music style is always changing. Like I never listen to one genre because again, I'm always changing. And as a teenager, that change happens a lot more frequently. So, I mean, again, I honestly, I have a new song like every other week. It's kind of a problem because I get asked this question so many times that I never know what to say. But I'm just gonna say I like Die Trying. This is a song by Michael. But yeah, I don't listen to Taylor Swift that much anymore.
Okay, well then if not Taylor Swift, then Who do you like listen to a lot lately?
Yeah. Again, hard question because I listen to about 1,000 different people, but mostly I listen to Jeremy Zucker or yeah, yeah, or Bay Miller, indie artists. Kind of. That's where I'm going.
Yes.
Okay, so as 2020 is coming to an end, do you have any goals in mind for 2021? It could be like related to music, school, personal life, or like anything you think is important.
Yeah, I mean, I am an activist right now, but mostly through my music. I think next year I kind of want to go more into activism. Um, you know, post more about it and all. Thank you. Post more about it and like talk about it more because honestly, I have a lot to say. I can talk about it for hours and hours, but yeah, just get my opinions heard a little more because I'm going on tour um, next month. I'm so scared, but I'm so I'm so excited. I'm definitely gonna be safe, but the world is opening back. Not in America, obviously, but I'm going to tour in India and it's kind of opening back up and I would like to be there to like welcome everybody back to society and spread some positivity. So I definitely want to go straight into activism and write a couple more songs and produce a couple more songs and release a couple more songs, but there are so many things I can't even say.
Are there like a few topics that you especially want to talk about?
I mean, honestly, like right now it's all about accepting people, the LGBTQ plus community, everybody, like from like the beginning of society, people are put in boxes and there are templates to the way we have to live life. Like that's what school teaches us kind of. There's like a specific way to do specific things to reach a happy life. You follow the 9 to 5 job and then you go to college and it's kind of like a checklist, a to-do list of what you have to do to be happy, which is definitely not the case. And with that comes like the boxes that people are placed into in society. Like as a female, you can only do this stuff. As this race, you can only do these things. Like honestly, it's kind of coming apart right now. People are nitpicking into these boxes and they're like, that's not real, this isn't real, that standard's definitely not real, it can go. So honestly, change is happening. Just keeping up with that change and making sure that it doesn't end is kind of what I kind of want to do. But honestly, like accepting everybody, that's like my main goal, acceptance and spreading that message.
Yeah, I think that's like the most important part to just like love each other because it's really like all we can do. And so, yeah, so circling back to music, what would you say to anyone out there who's also young and wants to become an artist, or just anyone in general who wants to become an artist but is struggling where to start? Do you have any advice?
I mean, let's start with the first part, the young thing. I think we all can agree that Gen Z is kind of crazy when it comes to the things we can do. So if you put your mind to it, you can see all the change that is already on track because of our generation and because of all the youth coming together and kind of going for what they want to do. So we can do anything at all. It's possible because everything's moving forward and 2021 is going to bring a new year of new opportunities. And as a starting musician, you kind of have to remember that there are always going to be like haters. As starting anything, you have to remember that there's going to be haters because I mean, social media is going crazy right now. It's a big platform and people are always gonna either like you or dislike you. And you just have to continue with your passion and do what you want to do because we only get one life, one opportunity at this. So just live it to the way we want to.
Yeah, that's a great way to kind of end off. So that's kind of the end of our questions that we have planned and scheduled. But is there anything else you would like to say that maybe you didn't get the chance to elaborate on? This is kind of your chance to do that.
I just want to say how cool it is, the things that you guys are doing, because you guys are talking to like all these people and like getting their opinion and, you know, advocating for all these things. And I think that is so cool. And it just shows, like, it proves my point about how much we can cause change and, you know, fight for what we want. So I think that is super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to like kind of say that I am planning on doing a lot more things. I have a lot more songs, a lot more songs on standby. And just that, like, if you wanted to like talk to me, like not only you guys, but like any of the podcast listeners or anyone who wants to listen, my Instagram is official Hitha. Actually, everything's official Hitha. That is kind of my handle for everything now, just to make it easier. But yeah.
Okay, then, all right, that wraps up our interview with Hitha. Thank you so much again, Hitha, for sharing your incredible story and insights with us. It just means a lot that, like, thank you for reaching out to us. Like, you're an inspiration, and I just, it's cool to see. I guess you could say I'm a fellow singer or whatever, but it's just cool. Like, you put it into words like perfectly how like music really like emulates emotions perfectly, because you can't always say that in words. And so, yeah, like I think everything that you said was like on point, and I'm looking forward to your journey, and hope to see you down the road.
Oh my gosh, you think that is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I mean, honestly, you do you. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And again, you guys are so cool with everything that you're doing. And just thank you for like making this world a better place.
No, yeah, like Helen said, I think what you're doing is like just super genuine and just like really sincere and like really, really cool, you know? Like I just feel like it's just like really, really special, you know, because you're like reaching into like other people's hearts and like you're like really just trying like look out for like the best for them, you know? And I think that's just really, really like sweet. And like we really enjoyed having you as a guest. Your replies were just super, super insightful. And I can tell that you're really genuine and like really enthusiastic about like these topics and stuff. So we're looking forward to like your music and like yeah, your journey. We'll link all her socials, her discography, and her other works in the description box down below.
If you're interested in what we do and want to better understand what we're about, please check out all our socials. All ads are at Voice to Culture.
If you like this episode, please give us a review or like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified every time we upload a video. And we'll be back soon with another episode. Please stay safe and healthy, everyone. And thanks again, Hitha, for joining us today and being on our bonus episode.
Bye.
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 I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now.